In this video, we're going to be looking at the controlled descent into the sitting position, specifically the last few degrees between standing up and sitting back down to a support surface. This is a very functional training activity, as many people who are able to stand with some assistance, even take steps or ambulate independently, will often struggle with the final few degrees of the sitting motion, so going into an uncontrolled fall into the support surface. This can be dangerous for many reasons in a functional setting, especially a home setting, so it's often desirable to try and train that controlled descent, that ability to come down to the seat without falling into the seat. Now, the sit-to-stand trainer creates an environment where we can specifically focus on that aspect of the movement. So that last few degrees of sitting, where we're just off the support surface, are some of the more difficult few degrees in terms of muscular strength, but also in terms of balance ability. Now, to develop both the strength and the ability to position the body to be balanced during that last part of the descent, we need some way of getting the patient into that range to be able to deliberately practice the controlled movement, and the sit-to-stand provides the tools to do that. So I'm going to put on 20 pounds of weight assist to help me manage that last few degrees of sitting. And so even somebody who doesn't require weight assistance to bring themselves up to standing can benefit from using the weight assist to allow them to deliberately practice that last few degrees. So again, I may not need the weight assistance to come up, but I can take advantage of it to slow my descent and deliberately practice this final range that may be difficult for me. So we can call these low range squats, where we're focused on the range just off the support surface. And again, the counterweight allows me to then slow that movement down and deliberately work on control of the descent for people that may have difficulty with that. So progressing this movement, we can work on developing strength and endurance within that particular range of motion. So we can focus just on this aspect of the movement and work at more repetitions. We can also provide a timing target, so having somebody descend to a count of 1, 2, or to extend it even more to a count of 1, 2, 3 as our training instruction. And again, this is allowing the person to practice that slow controlled descent. As we increase in repetitions or the length of time spent in that portion, we can also then, once somebody's able to manage that, start to reduce the amount of counterweight. So going from 20 pounds down to 10 pounds and eventually down to no weight at all.